Good morning and welcome to our final day of our 5-day morning yoga program. Congratulations, you have made it. Today is a slower class. We are going to be on the mat. We're going to be rolling out onto our mats. We're going to be grabbing a pillow or a cushion, and we are going to have maybe a blanket with us or some type of overlay that we can just pop on top of our bodies when we're finished. So today is all about, I think I called it YIN and YAWN. It is all about slowing our systems down and learning some techniques that can help us to have an improved sleep during the night, because sleep deprivation is quite often a big cause of stress and depletion in energy, malnutrition, and so on. So we are going to unwind. Today we're going to congratulate ourselves for making it through these 5 days, because you have done some amazing work, my friends. Amazing. And I've loved all of your feedback, and I've loved sharing this journey with you this week. It has been really, really rewarding and yeah, even a little bit emotional. So thank you very much. Today you may also wish to light a candle if you like. I said I've lit a candle. I'm also burning some incense. So I encourage you to prepare your space, lovingly prepare your space. You can do this one of an evening as well. I'm just sort of rolling with the morning program theme, but this is a great one to do just before bed as well. So let's have a look at what our quote is today, or should I say quotes, because I actually couldn't decide on these two quote cards. So let's see what you think. The first one here is, there's a stream of love supporting my dreams. So that's the first one, if you can see it. And both of these are Gabby Bernstein again too. All the cards this week have been Gabby Bernstein's from her Universe Has Your Back card deck. The second card is, I am the dreamer of my dream. I just really loved this one because it worked in with our yin, sort of theme, but it also has an empowering message as well. So, that you are the one who's in control of your life. You are the one who dreams your dreams, and you're the one who can live them as well. So yeah, let's dive in. Grab your blanket, pillows, mat, and let's just roll out onto our mats. See you on the mat. Start nice and low down on our mats, and I want you to either have a kneeling position if you can, or you can just gently spread the knees and just sitting on the feet. If this is not happening for you like at all, I would suggest placing a pillow or a blanket and just popping that underneath, in between your bottom and your feet. That can add a little bit of support, and then when we release down, it should hopefully just stay locked in there. Okay, so if you're choosing any option, just grab your whatever prop that you're using. If you do have a pillow, I want you to place it in front of you. This is a bolster. This is like a yoga bolster. You don't need a yoga bolster. You can just have a pillow off your bed or off the couch or whatever. It's just to kind of keep your body upright or sort of like lifted as we roll forwards. Okay, so I want you to practice releasing your belly like we were doing on Tuesday with the abdominal breathing. I really want you to just see if you can sink your body into the mat in this position first. Really breathe in through your nose and let your belly expand as you do so. you just want to release. You want to release your pelvic floor muscles, and you just want to totally let go. Okay, so this is an entire class all about releasing and letting go and lengthening our bodies without stress or pressure or any type of exertion. Okay, if you find that you're experiencing any of those feelings, pull back. Okay, there's always an option to just lie out on your mat with your palms facing up and release and just let go and take a few breaths. Okay, so you have permission to do that at any time that you wish during this session. Okay, so just grabbing your pillow or prop, whatever prop you're using. If you can, slightly widen the knees. Perfect, because what we're going to do is we're just going to pull the pillow in close, just in closely, nicely in, tuck it in near towards our pelvic muscles, our groin area, and then we're going to lift our bodies up, lift our spine nice and straight, and then we're going to release over. I'm sort of going to release, we're going to hug the pillow. Okay, see, this should feel nice and relaxing for you. You can turn your head to one side, you can hug the pillow and just let your body release. Close your eyes. Try not to fall back asleep if you've just woken up. And just let go. Breathing into your belly. Feel the connection of your abdomen with your bolster or pillow. And I just noticed that I was rocking on my pillow, like as if I was rocking a baby to sleep. Okay, now, just coming back, releasing back. You can stay there for as long as you like. It's a beautiful position once you get used to it, of just using the pillow as a prop, as a guide. So now, if knees wide is feeling still okay for you, then you can stay here as we come forward without the pillow. Otherwise, I want you to have your knees together during this. If you have knee issues, I want you to keep your knees together. Okay, and I just want you to try and see if you can keep your hips on your heels or close to as you walk your hands forwards. So walking the hands forwards, you might get to here, you might get to here, wherever you get to, which feels nice for you and feels like a point where you're at today, that's where you stay. Okay, you can continue walking forwards if you have the flexibility. The idea is to just be able to release here. You need to be able to release. If your body's screaming at you, come back, up further. Okay, we just walk up and down until we get our perfect position for us. Tuck your chin in, and I just want you to release here in forward Virasana. Okay, I want you to lengthen into the arms, lengthen into the sides of the arms. Just gently press into the mat with the palms of your hands to tuck your tailbone under and traction your spine. Breathing into your nose. And try and keep your mouth shut if you can. And if you're not congested in your nose. Okay, let the shoulders roll out. And release. Slowly making your way back up. We're going to bring the knees together if we haven't already. We're going to come into all fours. Checking your hands are underneath your shoulders, placed nice and evenly. Checking your knees are underneath your hips, evenly placed. And tucking your toes under. We're going to lift our hips up into downward facing dog. Okay, so even weight between the hands and the feet, or the balls of the feet, as we come right up onto the balls of the feet. If your legs just don't like straightening, don't worry about it, bend your knees, okay? But I want you to try and keep on the balls of your feet. Okay, just for now, let your head be nice and floppy like a rag doll. And cast your gaze up towards your belly button. Breathe into your belly. Even weight through the hands and the feet, bending your knees if you need to. We're just going to do a little pump of each foot here as we release one heel at a time down to the mat. Okay, it's like Running Man kind of comes to mind, but it just helps to it just sort of isolates each leg, just helps the release here, and then releasing both heels down to the mat if you can. I'm not expecting you to get your heels down to the mat. It takes time. Unless you've been doing yoga for a while, they probably won't want to go there, and that's okay. This is all about your body, your practice. Even weight through the hands and the heels. And just reminding yourself, is your neck nice and free? Can your belly breathe? Are you calm? And coming forwards into a plank if you can. Otherwise, coming down onto your knees if this is a bit too strong. And I just want you to come down through like a crocodile position, bending into your elbows, coming flat onto your body. And then just bringing your elbows out in front. And I just want you to roll your wrists into a fist. And just slightly draw your body up. Just your trunk, just lift your trunk up, breathe into your belly. And release. The more advanced option here, if you know upward facing dog, you can bring your palms on either side of your chest and lift your body up, straighten into your arms to get just more of a length in the front of your body. But this is a strong position, so just working on the elbows gives just a beautiful lift up the front of the body as well. So choose the right option for you today. Breathe into your belly. And releasing down. We're just going to take a moment here to just bend our knees if we can, and just see if you can take a grip around your ankles or lower, or just keep the knees bent like this and don't worry about touching them if you're already getting enough length through the fronts of the thighs. And then I want you to just look forwards and gently lift your body away from the mat. Breathe into your belly and don't forget to smile. Remember, this is all about just taking it slow, taking it low and slow today. You've had an amazing week. Lowering down to the mat, turning one head to the side, letting your elbows be floppy, and just flop. Just flop and just fall into your mat. Body is like a huge chunk of lead. It's that heavy. Connect your belly with your mat as you breathe in through your nose. And just coming back, taking your options here. You might just sort of want to, put your hands out in front and just slowly lift the front of your body up and down like so. If you wanted to come back if it felt good in this position where you're lengthening out the fronts of your thighs, let's just do one more. Otherwise, you can even just lie out on your belly for another moment and breathe in the morning. And lifting up, lifting your body away from your mat, lifting your thighs away from your mat, and releasing back down, turning the head to the other side, and flop. And we're slowly going to come up again, and this time I'd like you to come into what's called Badakanasana. It's like a butterfly position where we can sort of just release our hips here. I know this isn't comfortable for most people, so I would suggest grabbing a little prop like a pillow or a blanket, or even a bigger pillow like a bolster, and just see if it helps. If you just pop that pillow underneath your bottom, and it just gives you a little bit more height. It helps to just release the hips down. Alternatively, if this is not working for you one bit at all, then I'd like you to come into either kneeling, or I'd like you to grab a chair. Okay, so you can do this, this position as well on a chair, and I just want you to sort of let your legs be nice and sort of as wide as they possibly can, sort of straddling the chair as such. Okay, and one of the most important things is the lifting, like the lengthening of our spine, which can also be done from a chair. Okay, so don't hesitate to get a chair if you need to. If this is working for you, wonderful. If you don't need a pillow, wonderful. But we're all different shapes and sizes, we're all different flexibility levels, so let's make sure we're respecting that. Okay, so if you are in Badakanasana, I'd like you to try and keep your soles together if you can. Take a little grip around your feet, thumbs just sort of gently pressing in sort of underneath the foot. The rest of the fingers can just be on top of the foot. And what I want you to try and do here is, I want you to do a couple of things, and don't worry if they don't all sink in at once. But bending your elbows, and I just want you to just sort of gently use your elbows to guide your inner thighs and release your knees away from each other. Okay, but at the same time as doing that, I would like you to push up with your inner thighs, and I want you to push your inner thighs up into your elbows. Okay? And lastly, I also want you to relax your pelvic floor muscles. Okay, my teacher used to say, relax your pelvic floor muscles as if you're about to go to the toilet but not. Okay? I know it sounds gross, but it's a really good way of describing it. So, elbows are down, pushing down into the upper thigh, into the thighs. The thighs are pushing up into the elbows. Okay, so it's sort of like it's a simultaneous movement here, performed at the same time. Really helps with hip flexibility. And release for a moment. Take your hands behind your body, and I just want you to press down into your mat or surface with your fingertips, and just move your hands in towards your lower back, your buttock area, as close as you can, and lifting into your spine, chin tucked in. Breathe into your belly. I don't know if you can see, every time I breathe in, my belly sort of pops out like a little baby, and then I release. Good. Okay, the idea with this floor-based sort of yin style yoga is, you know, we can hold these positions for as long as we feel comfortable doing so. Sort of like more of a holding positions than a flow. but it can all just be incorporated into what is working for you today. Okay, one more time, just releasing those knees down, using a little trick with the elbows if it was working for you, and breathing into your belly, releasing your pelvic floor muscles. Great one to do in front of the TV at night or just before bed, and release. And now you can keep the pillow underneath you if you like, or you can remove it. What we're going to do is we're just going to stretch one leg at a time here. Just bringing in, firstly we'll lengthen out our right leg. So we'll bring our left heel in towards our groin, or just as close to as we can. Careful if you have knee issues, okay? If you do have knee issues, just be gentle with how much pressure you put on your knees here, okay? You are the best guide of your own body, okay? If it's screaming at you, you need to back off. You need to take action, okay, for your own benefit. Now, if this is feeling okay, I want you to lengthen into the right leg, and I want you to flex that right foot, and I just want you to sort of shimmy over so that your trunk is actually facing towards that right leg, okay? And I want you to just put your fingertips into your mat and coming up onto the fingertips, and then pressing into the mat, lengthening and lifting the spine, looking over that right leg. Breathe into your belly. And then what I'd like you to do, if you know that you can comfortably get your chest to your upper thigh, you can keep your legs straight. Okay, if you are unsure, I want you to bend your knee before you go down, and then I want you to slowly just walk your hands on either side of your leg until you feel the connection of your chest to thigh. Okay, that is the position that you need to be in order to make this position work safely. Okay, if you decide to just throw yourself down without knowing your chest to your thigh, and you just throw yourself down, you can do irreversible damage to your hamstring area and the back of your leg, okay? And your hips, your spine. It's just, you don't want to force this. Best way to work with this is to go, okay, I'm going to bend my knee to start off with, and then I'm going to have my chest to my thigh, and then I'm just going to slowly work on walking my hands on either side of my leg until I can feel chest to thigh with my legs straight, tuck my chin in, and then releasing my head down to my shin. Now, that doesn't work for a lot of people. You need to build up this strength. You need to build up this movement, and it could take a few months. It could take, depending on how much you do these types of positions. Okay, so just releasing wherever your chest meets your thigh. Okay, if it's all the way, the bent knee, that's where it needs to be. Okay, wherever it is, I just want you to release wherever you are. Take a few nice deep breaths. I'm going to bend my knee to show you the option. The perfectly fine option. The perfectly safe option. And release. Okay, so remember on Monday when we did alignment, we did day 1 was alignment. It was all about just sort of feeling into each side of our body. The same thing applies with these positions. Okay, so that was our right leg. Now our left leg comes out, and it might feel a whole lot different. So be prepared. Bring your heel in towards your groin. Lifting up. Remember, you can have a prop underneath you. You can have a blanket, you can have a pillow, whatever you like. And then shifting your body so that your trunk is facing over your left leg, and just pressing into the mat with your fingertips. Try and keep this knee coming down towards the mat. It'll probably want to lift up here. That's okay. But just see if you can sort of keep it directing, just sort of guide it down gently. Don't use your hand, just gently with your inner thigh muscles there. Lifting your spine up and bending into the knee if you need to get your chest to your thigh. Looking over that left foot, that left leg, tucking your chin in and release. We're just walking our hands back and forth until we find our ideal position for today. Good, and releasing up. Excellent. If you'd like to join me with a little lift of the body here, a bit of a side lengthening, a bit of a lift balance movement, you can do so. If you'd like to sit that out and just sit and watch, or just stay in the position that you're in, absolutely fine. If you'd like to do a little lift and lengthen, just bring your right palm out, just slightly away from your body. Lift your left arm up, and we're just going to lift our hip up. We're going to come onto the weight of our right hand, and we're going to lift our hip up just as high as you comfortably can. Look out towards the top fingers, so that left hand. Breathe into your belly. Smile, nice and calm. Feel the length in the left side. And releasing down. We'll just go back to the first side as well. So left heel comes in towards the groin. Right leg nice and outstretched. We're going to bring our left palm out just slightly away from our body. And lifting into the hip. Lift your right arm up over your head, look towards those fingers. And a lot of the weight is in that left wrist and palm. So please don't do these positions if you have wrist issues or knee issues. Nice length into the side of the body. And releasing down. Good. Right. We're just going to do one more leg position, and I just want you to grab maybe like a pillow or a holster or another type of prop, because what we're going to do, this is the full position for this pose is called Badakanasana. So it's a bit of a mouthful. Basically, Badakanasana is all about lengthening through both legs at the same time. So we've just done like right side, left side. Badakanasana is all about both legs being kept straight. But we're going to be safe, we're going to be careful, so we are going to bend our knees to start off with. Okay, so I just want you to sort of really feel even weight through both buttocks. I really want you to feel like both buttocks are evenly placed on your mat and that they're sinking down into the mat. Okay, I then just want you to have your legs out in front of you and then slightly bend into the knees. And I'll actually use this one. If you wanted to place a prop in between your legs as well, like a bolster, then do so as well, okay? Because we can place our head on the pillow, okay? So let's just lengthen into our spine first. I just want you to lengthen into the spine. Fingertips drawing into the mat. And then I just want you to slowly start moving forward. So you can place your hands on either side of your legs, and we sort of do the walk here as well. Okay? So I might actually just change this to a smaller to a smaller sized because it's kind of getting in my way a bit. And then I just want you to experiment with your own body, okay? So I want you to see how far you can come forwards with your knees bent. You know, you might be up here, knees bent, chest needs to connect to your thighs, okay? Just release the head down and breathe into your belly. If you know that you've got really good flexibility in the backs of your legs, you can go ahead and do the full Badakanasana. It's like straight legs, and you take a grip around your feet as such, and then you come down, okay? But I don't want anyone to force this position, so a pillow or prop is always more useful when you're trying to get your chest to your thighs, and it's just more relaxing too. Breathe into your belly. Good. And release coming up. Just give your legs a little bit of a shake here. And I just want you to shimmy forwards. If you'd like to get a blanket, you can. And I'd just like you just to lie out. Have the blanket just beside you. We're just going to do a bridge position first for anyone who would like to join me. So we're going to bend our knees. So we're lying flat on our backs. We're going to bend our knees, keep the soles of the feet on the mat. So feet are hip width, and we're just walking these heels in until we can feel that they're nice and close to our buttocks. And then we're just going to connect with both soles of our feet. Are they evenly placed? Is there even weight shifting through both? And we're going to lift our arms up, palms together if possible, chin tucked in, and just lifting our hips up. So you're really pushing through the soles of the feet here. And just lift as high as you comfortably can. It might just be a small movement up and down like so. You don't have to throw yourself all the way up. But if you'd like to come up, then do so. As long as your body's not screaming at you, just lifting up and releasing down. Just roll the spine back down, one vertebra at a time. Lifting up, chin in, palms together. Nice, lifting your hips and releasing down. Good. Just do 3 more of these in your own time, to your own breath. And release. Let your feet come away now from your buttocks. Let them be nice. Spread wide. Soles of the feet on the mat. Arms come over your head, and let your knees just fall in towards each other. Nice passive position. Palms facing up. Breathe into your belly. Take a moment to release, relax. You've definitely earned it. And just allow your body to be nice and straight, flat on your mat, on your back. Feel around for your blanket. If you'd like to put a blanket on. And And we're just going to lie out in Shavasana, corpse pose, for a few moments to close the class off. I really want you to reflect here as we're lying down. Just reflect on your intention from the start of this challenge. What was that word or that intention that you held before we started this challenge? How did you go with doing just that little bit of yoga for yourself each day? How does your body feel from it? How does your mind feel from it? Placing one palm onto your chest, one palm onto your belly. Close your eyes and just sink. Body's so heavy, breathing in through your nose. Let your belly expand. Just take a moment here to be so proud of yourself for getting through these 5 days and for creating this new little ritual, routine for yourself, wherever that may be and whenever that may be. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Try and see if you can breathe in for a count of 5 and then out for a count of 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lifting your arms up towards the ceiling, the sky, the roof of whatever building you're in, area you're in, and over your head. Palms facing up, let the chest expand, let your heart open. Breathe into your belly. And release. You can stay here for as long as you like. Or you can draw your knees in towards your chest. Arms coming out from your body, shoulder height. And rolling over to your right hand side. Bring your whole body over to your right hand side. And just curling in like a little baby on its side. Keep your eyes closed and just take a few more breaths here. And slowly starting to make your way up. And just coming to a simple cross-legged position. I hope that you've enjoyed a slower pace of this Yin and Yawn class for our 5th and final day of our 5-day yoga challenge. I have loved sharing this with you. I am so proud of all of you. Thank you so much for all of your messages. I have just loved being on this journey with you all. So remember, you can do any of these practices at any time, over and over again. If you liked a particular day, then just continue to do what's working for you. Okay? And I'd like you to just bring your palms to your chest, breathe into your belly, close your eyes, and smile and take a moment to be so proud of yourself. And slowly opening the eyes. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Reach out to me with any comments, with any feedback. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like so much, and I'll continue to do more of these. So thank you, and I will hear from you soon. Bye.